The city that never sleeps is now the center of the sports universe as well. It's been 44 years in the making, and so far, the 2000 Subway World Series is certainly living up to its billing. We are live in New York for the Mets and the Yankees, and the first New York World Series since 1956. Hi everybody, welcome to this very special presentation of HSN Sports. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Glad you can join us. We are witnessing baseball history in the making right here in the metropolitan area, Gotham City, the Big Apple. Call it what you want. It's been a lot of fun with 2 games in the books, and who knows how many more games to go. Coming up in the next 60 minutes, we are celebrating this history-making Subway Series with the best in Subway Series collectibles. Hats, t-shirts, pin sets, you name it, you'll see it in the next hour. Plus, 2 very special guests, none other than Roger Clemens and Leiter will be joining me in the next hour. Here's what else you have to look forward to. Leading off with the official Subway Series World Series commemorative baseball, item 376228. You can own it, $24.95. Speaking of baseballs, we have autographed baseballs for you, item 009412. Some of the best of the best. Roger Clemens, Leiter, David Justice, and Paul O'Neill. Each of these $149.95 or 3 flex pays of $49.98. 2 World Series official Subway Series caps for you, one by New Era, one by Puma. Each of these $18. It's item 009409. More collectibles for you commemorating the Subway Series 2000. The ball and glove set, $24. The 3-piece ball display set, $34.50. It's item 009993. 2 different coin collectibles for you. Item 009352. The Subway Series 2000 token coin set, or the official World Series 2000 coin. The token, $29.85. The platinum dueling helmets coin, $34.50. 4 different t-shirts for you commemorating the Subway Series. Item 009503. Your choice, Mets or Yankees, Who Let the Dogs Out t-shirt, the Subway Series manhole cover t-shirt, or the Hop in the Tracks t-shirt. Each of these, $14.75. More terrific collectibles. Item 009976. The Subway Series commemorative pin set for $27, or the history of the Subway Series pin set for $99, or 2 flex pays of $49.50. We're not done with autographed baseballs. Item 009417. El Duque, Orlando Hernandez. Robin Ventura, the Mets. Andy Pettit of the Yankees. Item 009417. Each of these baseballs, $99.95 or 2 flex pays of $49.97. And then 2 of the young stars on the New York Mets that helped them get to this World Series. Item 009444. Jay Payton and Benny Agbayani. Each of these balls, $79.95 or 2 flex pays of $39.98. And we'll wrap things up with another tremendous collectible, 24-karat gold signature cards, item 009457. Your choice of Roger Clemens, Derek Jeter, or Mike Piazza, $24.95. Well, live from New York, actually live from the Meadowlands. I guess it's a family affair when the Clemenses are involved. There's Kobe and Corey Clemens, a couple of Ks for a man who knows a lot about Ks. Of course, that would be one of the all-time great pitchers in baseball history and a winner of Game 2 last night in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. Of course, I'm talking about Roger Clemens. Rich Hollenberg here, joined by the Rocket Man. Great to have you on the show.
Good to be here, Rich.
We're going to have a lot of fun in this next 60 minutes, talking a lot about baseball, about the Subway Series, about your career in general. And obviously, you, more than anybody, knows how excited New York City and really the rest of the country is that it's a Mets and Yankees World Series.
Yeah, they were, it's been real exciting the last week. The Mets got in first, and then we tried to, we had to hold up our end of the deal, that was for sure, and get in there. And we had to fight and claw, and we got in there, and now we're making the most of it.
Well, commemorating the World Series, first off, when you talk baseball, you got to talk literally baseball. And here is one of the first and best ways to commemorate the Subway Series, 376228. It's the official Subway Series World Series commemorative ball, less than $25, $24.95. We've already sold a bunch of these because of talking about it just for a second before the show even started. These are very popular already. Gold embossed, Rawlings, the red stitching. It's an authentic official Major League Baseball, except it's got the bonus Mets logo on one side, the Yankees logo on the other side. There will never be another 2000 World Series. And who knows, this might be the one and only Subway Series between the Mets and the Yankees, at least for now. It's been 44 years in the making, 1956, of course, when the Dodgers and the Yankees played in that famous World Series. And speaking of the Dodgers and Yankees playing, Don Zimmer, who's your bench coach, was on the Dodgers for that 1956 team. Did he talk to you as players about what it's going to be like to be New York, New York?
Well, Zim's he's animated at times, and he comes up with some clever sayings. But you know, we all talked about it. We all, you know, we sat down and had a meeting prior to this getting underway, and talked about how crazy it is. You know, be careful about all the things that you do in the city and where you go, and you know, just have fun with it. Make sure you try and enjoy it. I think I heard some of the Mets players saying that too, that they were going to try and really enjoy this situation and what they were going to do. So that's what we're trying to do, is just have fun with it.
Well, you guys obviously had fun last night. 8 innings, 9 Ks, 2 hits. I was lucky enough to be there last night, and you looked as intense as I've seen you. One of the interesting things about the game is that it didn't seem like you let whatever happened in the first inning bother you throughout the game. Maybe in your younger years, would that have affected you, and now that you're a veteran, you're able to channel your emotions a little bit more? Well,
it was everything leading up to it. I think that, you know, obviously everybody wanted to you know, wait for the at-bat when Mike got up there, and I got caught up in it a little bit, but I just tried to really channel and focus as hard as I could, especially after the first inning, after everything happened. And you know, there, with everything that was being talked about, you know, we played a pretty good ball game. It got a little too close for us there at the end, and Mo was ended up able to strike the last guy out, so that worked out good for us. And but the Mets came on strong, and Paul O'Neill came through in a big way. You know, they walked a guy to get to him, and he came through in a big way for us.
376-228. We're talking to Roger Clemens, winner of Game 2 of the World Series, the 2000 World Series, the Subway Series. They've taken the world by storm, trying to win their 4th World Series in 5 years. It's 376-228 for the commemorative Subway Series baseball. The phone number is at the bottom of your screen. And you talked about, you know, the guys playing behind you. Not only did the bats come alive, but from watching the game in person, they played some defense behind you, too. Scotty Brocious had a couple nice plays. Justice out in left field had a nice catch there that might have saved a run. It's nice when you're pitching like that, as well as you were pitching, to know that everyone's backing you up like that, even behind the plate as well.
Exactly, and when I'm throwing hard, the game's a little bit faster, and you know, so, but the guys were great behind me. You know, Scotty's always coming up with big plays, and we were laughing about it today a little bit. Derek even called a pitch from shortstop for me one time. I looked back and looked at him, and ended up getting a strikeout on it, so I was teasing him that he should get credit for one of those strikeouts. And David Justice made a great play in left to, you know, keep momentum. Anytime one of the opposing guys hit a ball hard, you know, you want to try and keep the momentum away from him, and he ran in and caught that ball, and it was nice for us. A big play for us.
Talk about what it's like to be on the mound, not only at Yankee Stadium, but in the World Series and against the Mets. Does it get any better than this?
Well, it's you know, it's special. Again, once we got there and we knew we were playing a crosstown rival, playing them in interleague play is one thing, and you know, I talked about it that it might have been a little more special if we didn't hook up so many times in interleague play. I think with the new schedule, we might go play Central teams and then West teams, so we don't play as much. But to be in the World Series against those guys, they fought real hard to get where they're at, and went through some great teams. And then people kind of doubted and thought that maybe since we were scuffling towards the end of the season, the way we kind of, you know, we're struggling. And we worked hard and got in there, and you know, we've won like 14 straight World Series games. That's mind-boggling once you think about it. But you know, the guys came together at the right time. The guys are swinging the bats really all the way through. Guys that weren't expected to come through have been doing it for us. So it's been a big plus.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember Joe Torre saying after the game that Louis Polonia is a great pickup, and guys like Jose Vizcaino, great pickups. Everyone talks about the David Justices and the Denny Nagels, but it's all the pieces coming together, and that's what makes this Yankees team so special. And one of the things I remember from watching last year, your first year with the Yankees, everyone was saying you didn't really feel like a Yankee until that last game that you pitched in the World Series. Do you feel like a Yankee now? And it seems like you do. And talk about what it's like to be a Yankee.
Well, you know, when I made that statement after Game 4 when we beat Atlanta last year, you know, I've always felt like a Yankee, but what I meant was I felt like a Yankee because now I'm part of a World Championship Yankee team. I think that you have to be a part of that, too. I mean, I know there's guys that played there that haven't, but that, you know, for me, that's the icing on the cake. Not only to be a part of the Yankee tradition and wear the pinstripes, but I've actually got to feel what it was like to be a champion and to have that championship trophy and to come together as a team and the whole 9 yards. That's what I meant when I said I finally know what it is to be a Yankee with all the stuff out there and you know, hanging up and everybody's retired numbers and just everything there. I mean, it was truly exciting. But you're right, we've had some special pickups. You know, anytime somebody goes down, the bosses come in and pick somebody up.
They're certainly not afraid to get those free agents, that's for sure. Do whatever it takes to win. That's what the Yankees do, and they win it with class, and they have done. They're looking for their three-peat now, which would be the first time since the early 70s when the Oakland A's won 3 straight championships. Now we move on to some very fun T-shirts to commemorate the Subway Series. Item 009503. You've got your choice of 4 T-shirts. First of all, I can't believe they even came out with this. Talk about timely. Who Let the Dogs Out? It's one of the popular songs right now. You hear it in almost all the stadiums, baseball and football. You get your choice. If you're a Mets fan, there's a Mets T-shirt for Who Let the Dogs Out. Same thing with the Yankees. Then, already popular, the New York Yankees Subway manhole cover T-shirt, and also that T-shirt with the train hopping the tracks. Look at this. 1 week ago, or just about a week ago, Roger Clemens, the man we are spending this hour with, pitches a one-hit gem against the Seattle Mariners in the ALCS. You could get the Roger Clemens one-hitter ALCS photo plaque. It's $149.95 or 3 flex pays of under $50, $49.99. It's 376-246. We're bringing you all the timely collectibles to celebrate the Subway Series and getting into the Subway Series here on this very special edition of HSN Sports, talking about the Yankees and the Mets. And we talk about the team, Roger, and it really is all about the team. I heard you interviewed last night, and somebody was asking you, you know, it's been a difficult season for you, only 13 wins, and your answer to that was, what matters is now, winning the 2 games and winning 2 more games and winning that 26th World Championship. If you could explain the emotion of winning, and if you don't mind, you're wearing your World Series ring.
Yeah.
Do you mind showing that to everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, can we get a tight shot of how beautiful that ring is? That's what it's all about, and everyone talks about that being the icing on your cake for your career. Did you feel that when you won it last year?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it's some of the guys, you know, you feel like early in my career I was spoiled because we got to the postseason, and you know, there's years where you get there and you return and you just think it's going to be a way of life, and then you have a drought and you don't go back. Somebody like, you know, we always talked about Yogi Berra. He's got a 2 handfuls,
yeah,
you know, and
10 rings. It's
unbelievable. And Derek's the same way, but he's a special player with a bunch of great guys. It has to start at the top. We have a great owner who wants to win worse than the players do. And when somebody does go down, he goes out and gets us another body to fill in the gaps. And then our manager, Joe Torre, he's special. I mean, there's a lot of special people. I talked about that earlier today and yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, as far as wins and losses, you know, I've won a lot of games in my career. I've won in individual seasons. I've won 20 games or more. There have been times when I've won 18. I could have won 20 or 22, and vice versa. So, yeah, I felt I threw the ball after I came back from my leg injury. I thought I threw the ball pretty well. And we just knew that once you get down into playoff time, you got to throw the ball well. My first couple playoff starts this year, I didn't throw the ball as well as I was like. One game, 1 or 2 mistakes, and my back's against the wall, and I'm down 3-0. So, and I had to battle from there. And I didn't give our guys a good chance to really be in the game. If we know as pitchers on this staff, if we go out and give our guys a chance to be in the game, we'll make some things happen. And then, of course, you got the home field advantage too. So, but by no means, being up 2-0, now we're going to Shea. So now we got, you know, what is it, 40+, 50+, probably their fans, and it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it will be. And one of the things about the Yankees, and you can attest to this, you get an early lead with your team, and it's like a bonus because in the late innings, you have so many clutch players like DJ and Bernie Williams and Paul O'Neill and Tino Martinez. All the bats seem to come alive when you need it the most. So getting an early lead like you did last night was huge. What you're looking at are 4 different World Series autographed baseballs. It's item 009412. You get your choice of the Rocket Man, Roger Clemens, Al Leiter, Dave Justice, who's your American League Championship Series MVP, and Paul O'Neill, who is one of the major pieces to this Yankees championship puzzle. A lot of people think he's one of the heart and soul of this team. Each of these balls, $149.95, or we made it easy for you on flex pays, 3 flex pays of $49.98. Let's talk about a little history. Your career isn't over yet. You still got a few more good years in that arm of yours. But this year was a special year for you. You passed 250 career wins. You passed 3,500 strikeouts, 3,500 innings pitched. Is that something that enters your mind, or you do push that all away until your career is over and done with?
Yeah, I don't really think about it until like when you mention it, or our guys, our PR guys at the stadium. I've tried to let them know, and they stay in touch with me when we're coming up on a special moment, and that's exciting for me when you get your name mentioned with the train and a Cy Young or a Gibson, and you're passing these guys, or you have a chance to catch them in wins or strikeouts. It's a pretty neat deal, and I definitely like to try and keep some of the mementos from those games if I could. One of the main reasons is who you shot over here at the beginning of the show.
I got
kids,
absolutely
2 here and 2 more at home, and just to pass it along, I just want to leave something back to them to remember the moments by. But I think that's probably the neatest thing, to know that obviously you had to put the time in and have the career to do that, and longevity. I've been real fortunate. I'm very blessed to continue at 38 to throw the ball extremely hard, and my body respond to it and bounce back from it.
Well, you talk about something to leave behind, and I would have to say that this is one of the best ways to leave something behind on the, for kids or for something. Imagine collecting a baseball like this, one or all of these autographed baseballs. Roger Clemens, Al Leiter, who pitched in Game 1 for the Mets, he's already won 2 World Series. David Justice, who has a World Series ring. Paul O'Neill with the Yankees, obviously he's got 3, looking for 4. What a great way to remember an historic World Series, but also to remember some of the great players and some of the great memories from this specific World Series. They're on World Series special baseballs. This is the World Series 2000 autographed baseballs, item 009412. In case you missed it, still available on this very special Subway Series edition of HSN Sports. The official commemorative World Series Subway Series baseballs, $24.95. If the phone lines are busy, please be patient. Someone will get to you. It's 376-228 for the official Subway Series commemorative baseball. Gold embossed with both team logos on there. Also, in a little while, we'll be talking about item 009532, your choice of very special commemorative coins. One is a bronze coin with dueling helmets, and you also get a Subway token. They think of everything when they talk about collectibles. The other is a pure platinum official World Series coin. The token coin, $29.85. The platinum helmet coin, which is the official World Series coin, $34.50. You can get that as well on the special edition. And then also, you want to get your hands on 009457, your choice of 3 superstars. The man sitting next to me, Roger Clemens, Derek Jeter, or Mike Piazza. As a matter of fact, this is the only Derek Jeter collectible that you'll find in this show. It's 009457, 24-karat gold signature card with the stand, and you get a bio of the player as well. Times Square is hopping. Roger, you were just saying you love taking your kids there. This city is all about the Subway Series. And, of course, coming up in a little while, we'll be talking about the Jets and Dolphins game, which you're staying for. You're a football fan also.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We were able to see the game earlier this year. It's pretty fun. I'm excited for my boys. This will be the first pro game they see.
Oh, and what a better place to see it. Monday Night Football, AFC East battle. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go back to talking about the series specifically, and we'll speak about it as the hour goes on, obviously. I'm interested what stands out most in your mind when you're out there on the mound. Obviously, you have to focus. You got to channel your attention and your emotion. But do you let yourself kind of take in the ambiance and what's going on?
More so at this point in my career. Early in my career, I really didn't have a chance to enjoy it while you're doing it, because I don't want to say it was harder work or more work. You're just really so much into the moment. This in particular series, yeah, obviously my first start with everything surrounding all the hoopla and stuff that was written about. I tried to distance myself as best I could from it, but even inside the clubhouse, the guys would come up and they could. At one point, I was starting to get down. I was starting to get a little bit down about it all, and they came right back, and the guys started trying to pump me up for it and get out there and pitch your game and don't worry about all these other distractions. And I just knew it was going to take a tremendous amount of focus, and I was able to do that. But bottom line, it comes down to pitching and performing. And I had, like the Seattle and the division series, I had 3 great pitches working. And the other night in Game 2, I had obviously a great fastball, a good splitter, and the slider was just okay. But it was enough to get it done.
if you can, and I don't mean to give you a difficult question here, but I know it's so difficult for professional athletes in any sport to actually describe what they're feeling when they're playing in front of 50, 60,000 people. Is there any way to describe that feeling and what goes through your mind and what goes through your body when you're experiencing something like that?
Well, I mean, I think guys that have played with me know how I get myself locked in to do what I do. I take it very seriously, and you know, I pride myself in that. But yeah, I get emotional. I made a statement. I'll try and beat you physically, the mental part of the game, and then emotions come into play also. And you know, that's how I got to this level. You know, I had to work extremely hard. You know, I do feel blessed that I've been gifted with a good, strong arm to throw hard, but I had to work at doing that too. And but other than getting through all the ticket requests at the beginning, once you get that in the back of your mind and start focusing on the scouting reports and concentrating on what you're going to do, it was just real exciting for me. Not only last year, my mother saw her first World Series game in Yankee Stadium.
That's special.
It's very special. She was able to be there throughout the entire game yesterday. My sisters are here, brother-in-law, everybody. So that, to me, you know, I not only do I obviously want to pitch well and win the game for my teammates and everybody involved there and make a good show for the fans, but the time that my family gets to see me pitch in person, it's special times for me.
Yeah, baseball is all about family. It's great to hear that. Item 009409, we're talking about Roger Clemens and the Subway Series, and you're looking at the Mets and Yankees Subway Series cap. We have two for you, one by Puma, one by New Era. Ashley's wearing the Puma hat that actually looks like the Subway sign. I saw so many people, so many kids, so many grown-ups wearing both of these hats, one or the other, the Puma hat or the New Era hat that we also have for you. Both are $18. Very simple to order. All you do is pick up your phone and call the number at the bottom of your screen. As a matter of fact, Rocky, you want to take a phone call? You got a lot of people.
Yeah,
you got a lot of people wanting to call in. Craig from New York's calling in right now, wants to talk a little baseball. Craig, say hi to Roger Clemens.
How you doing, buddy? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Craig, what did you order so far in the Subway Series special? Oh, the baseball. That's terrific. What did you like best about that baseball? Yeah. Well, you're very astute, Craig. You know, gold embossed. You get both of the team logos on there. And you're right, Craig. Once in a lifetime is something like this going to happen, where it seems like all the baseball gods converge. You have the year 2000, the beginning of a new century, the Mets, the Yankees. It seemed like the matchup that everybody was dreaming for. So you got yourself a great collectible. And, Craig, make sure you stay tuned, because coming up later in the hour, we're going to have some more autographed baseballs that you might want to be interested in as well. Thanks a lot for the call, Craig. Item 009409, the Subway Series cap that looks just like the Subway Series signs that lead to Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium. Real easy to order. The number's at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-284-3100. Each of these caps, very affordable, $18. And again, if you're not from the New York area, this is the easiest way for you to celebrate the Subway Series. And you probably know this, not being a native New Yorker, you're a Texan. There are a lot of Yankee and Met fans all over the country.
Everywhere. You know, that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed. Sometimes we feel on the road we have a home field advantage. It's incredible. A lot of them in Anaheim. I noticed out in Anaheim and all over. They're everywhere. And obviously, you know, you see all the gear and everything that goes with it. So definitely. What happened?
I think that we had a little ABC intro right there. I think Dennis Miller. Hey, does Dennis want to come on and say hi? Dennis, come over here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Let's introduce you to America.
Is that yours? Is that flying in here? It wasn't broken.
I was wondering if Roger could maybe break this in half and autograph it for me.
I can't break that. You have to give me a ball. And it's cold enough to do it.
Good. Rich Hollenberg, good to have you. Hey, you have a new job, don't you?
Yeah, I'm up in the Monday Night Football booth tonight. Good game last night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What's happening here?
Hey, you look good, though. I like you staying with your roots with the SNL shirt. How's your season been going so far?
Well, I'm around 10 games in, and I think I got around half of America that hates my guts, so...
Hey, join the club!
As long as you get half the kind of like you hang in there for a while.
It's a lot of fun, though. It beats working for a living, doesn't it?
That's a great gig. You know what I mean? I can't worry about... People say, do you worry about people disliking you? you know, I learn something from these athletes every week. There's a bunch of people that are always going to dislike you. You just got to lead your life. You know, you got to have fun doing it.
You spent so many years in New York. What's it like to have a guy like Roger Clemens pitching for the Yankees?
Well, listen, you know, he knows how to rise to the occasion, obviously. Last night, I get to see you were so pumped out of your mind, man.
I was locked in.
Huh?
I was locked in.
Well, don't you want to see that intensity in your pitcher?
Hey, we need to see that intensity in everybody. If everybody pitched like Roger pitched, then you'd be in good shape. You going to get to any of the games while you're here?
You know what? I think I got to work all this week. I got a couple other things to do, but you know, I watch as much as I can on TV. Now, how's Torrey to play for? He's great, right?
The best. The best. He tries to keep a nice, calm feeling to everything, but you know, he knows what he's doing. We pretty much go with the flow. When he tells you you're pitching this game, you pitch that game.
You know what? Every time they get in, you watch Brocious. The guy's got like one homer since, you know, Lincoln was shot. And then he goes up top. Jeter, O'Neill's in a slump.
Big time players play big in the big games. That's the most important thing. These Yankees know how to win.
The Yankees, you see that 25 up there. Any other stadium in America, it's the 25th anniversary of the team. You realize for these guys, it's 25 world champions. It just blows your mind, man.
Yeah. Hey, if you want that bat autographed, here's a pen
there you
for
go,
you, buddy.
Give me a little autograph there, Ben.
We think of everything here, don't we?
I got to sign it where I hit them, hopefully. I don't want to hit them down there. They go a long way when they hit down here.
I know. All right, Roger.
All right, I'll see you in
have a good one, Roger.
halftime.
Thanks, guys.
Dennis,
bye-bye.
take care, man. Thanks for coming by. All right. Hey, that's who you got to tune into. You never know what you're going to see. And we always tell you, flip over to ABC after the NFL shop, and you catch Dennis Miller. Also available, 009-352. It's the World Series commemorative coins. You have either a bronze coin with a Subway token, an actual Subway token for $29.85, or for $34.50, you get the official World Series coin, pure platinum. It comes in the display case by Balfour. They are actually the official manufacturers of the World Series ring that you saw Roger Clemens wearing. He's got that 25th anniversary, 25 championship New York Yankees World Series ring. Balfour makes that. They're the ones who manufacture that World Series coin. Oh, this is like a Hollywood atmosphere here. I guess that's what it's all about here in New York, huh?
It's heating up here in New York. People are everywhere.
Everyone wants to be your friend when you're in New York. Isn't that great? They say it's an unfriendly place.
Best place.
This is the best place in the country. That's why we're so excited to be here. I want to show everybody the T-shirts that we have. We have some specific choices that I want to show everybody. Of course, you could get all of them, very affordable. But we have your choice, 009-503. This is probably the timeliest of all the T-shirts. Who Let the Dogs Out is blaring in virtually every sports stadium. Now you can get a Yankee shirt that says, Who Let the Dogs Out, $14.75. If you're a Mets fan, you can get it in Mets colors as well, in that blue and orange of the Mets. The number's at the bottom of your screen. It's item 009-503. Already popular are the other two Subway Series T-shirts that we showed you. 009-503. First of all, on your left of your screen is that black Subway Series manhole T-shirt where you're looking right down a manhole. It's got that raised iron-on look, and you're looking right down at the Statue of Liberty with the interlocking Yankees and Mets logo. And then on the right of your screen is the white Jumping the Tracks T-shirt, they call it. Both of them by Lee Sport. You know it's going to be quality. And look at that. You'll get it within 7 to 10 days. Who knows? You might get it before this World Series is over, depending on how many games it goes. The Subway Series T-shirts, all of them, $14.75. Talking with Roger Clemens, the winner of Game 2. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm guessing that you would be happy not pitching another game, because that would mean you guys go on for a sweep.
Yeah, that's the idea, but I don't know. I mean, again, the surge the Mets put on in that last inning, I didn't see how they scored the first 2 runs because I was up packing my shoulder and back in ice, and went into the players' lounge and happened to see the 2 guys on when Peyton hit the home run, the 3-run homer off Rivera. So, it was pretty interesting when it came about, and it got interesting at the end. But you're right. The guys were talking about pressure this or pressure that, the media, and I said, the pressure's on us to get back home for Halloween. I've got these 4 boys, and they want Dad back in Texas for trick-or-treat.
There you go. Get out of town by October 31st, that's for sure. 009-503. I want to take you through a couple of these T-shirts that we have here right in front of us. 100% cotton, Lee Sport. Look at that. Known for their quality. First of all, it almost looks like this Subway is just jumping off the tracks right into your living room. The lights are on there. You see the tracks. You see the New York City skyline all across the back. Subway Series 2000 looks like it's written right on the train tracks. The World Series logo right down here. Every year they make a World Series logo. This one is special for the World Series 2000. And then you get the Yankees versus the Mets in those team colors on the bottom. Check that out. How cool is that? Yankees versus Mets. The whole country is just completely enamored of this World Series. It's funny how they talk about the fact that maybe the television ratings are going to be low because of the series. I don't know. It seems like things have been pretty good for the good folks at Fox over there airing this World Series.
I would think.
Look at it. Look at this T-shirt, all black, with this raised look here. You actually feel the texture when you're looking at it. It's got that puffy feel to it. 2000 World Series, New York, New York. That's what it's all about. This World Series is history in the making. First time in 44 years that two New York teams are squaring off in the Fall Classic. And look in the background. You see the Statue of Liberty right there. So many symbols that say the Big Apple, that say New York. This is one of them right here. There she is, Lady Liberty, staring in the background. If anyone could get good seats for a game, I guess it would be the Statue of Liberty. Yankees versus Mets. This is the Manhole Tee, $14.75. And here's that Mets Who Let the Dogs Out T-shirt. Leiter was supposed to be here. We'd make him put this on if he gets here. I don't know if he's going to be here or not. 009-503 for the Who Let the Dogs Out T-shirt. We're going to take another phone call. Linda from New Jersey is calling us. She's getting some great stuff on the Subway Series special. Linda, say hi to Roger Clemens.
How are you?
Linda, you're a Yankees fan?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Linda, you sound like a Yankees fan. What did you get so far on the Subway Series special? Terrific. Thinking about anything else? Thinking about anything else? Yeah, well, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. It's a lot of people really enjoy getting in on the Subway Series. A great way for everybody to feel like they're a part of it. Now, Linda, you're from New Jersey, so I'm taking it you're a Yankees fan. What does it mean to this area in general, the New York City area in general, to have the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series? Couldn't have said it better myself, Linda. Thanks a lot for the call, and please stay tuned, like you said, because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming up in the rest of the hour, and then also in the NFL shop. Thanks for the call, Linda.
Rich, you're unbelievable. Non-stop. Non-stop. You could do one of our scouting reports, I think.
You know what?
Give the reports.
Get Gene Michael on the horn. I'll take a job. Hey, like I said, it beats working for a living. 009-503. Any and all of your Subway Series T-shirts, $14.75. Of course, all the fans are calling in, wanting to talk to Roger Clemens, wanting to talk about all these great Subway Series collectibles. Before we let you go, I want to ask you one more question, and this is the most general question because Leiter's coming on in just a second. Before he comes on, we have to embarrass him.
Okay.
Talk about Al Leiter as a guy and as a pitcher. You know him pretty
well. Well, when you talked earlier about how intense, we feel that we're intense. They made notice or made us sit up and take a little notice, and I started watching him a little closer. And he makes all kinds of faces when he's out there on that mound pitching, the way he's into it.
He's like a cartoon character.
Yeah, because I thought maybe that at one point, he might be giving some signs back to his catcher, but his faces are just unbelievable. He's, talking about intense and the way he makes the different faces throughout the game, it's incredible.
Roger's sticking around for the game with Kobe and Corey and the Clemens clan. You want to stick around for this game coming up at 8 p.m., 1 hour leading you right up to kickoff between the Dolphins and the Jets. It's the NFL shop on HSN. We are going to have Nike authentic on-field apparel and some awesome autographed collectibles for you coming up in just about a half an hour. It's the NFL shop on HSN. Check it out. There's Shea Stadium. That's where Roger's headed tomorrow night. 3 more games at Shea. If it goes that far, the Yankees holding a 2-0 lead in the Subway Series. And to celebrate the Subway Series, we have 2 awesome pin sets for you. 009-976, the Subway Series 5-piece commemorative pin set and the history pin set. And Roger, you're a historical fan. You're a baseball fan as well as a pitcher. Let's first start talking about the Subway Series history pin set. What I like the most about this is that this is for the baseball fan who knows how special this series is. 14 different Subway Series, and you put them all in the shape of a 2000, because this being the 14th Subway Series. And look closely on here. Every separate pin that puts together the number 2000 speaks to the year and the teams that played and the final score in the series. 21, 22, 23, for all you history buffs out there, all three of those series were played in the Polo Grounds. They didn't have home field advantage, Yankees and Giants. And it goes on through the years, all those great teams in the 50s with the New York Giants and Willie Mays, and the Brooklyn Dodgers with Duke Snider and Pee Wee Reese and Jackie Robinson, and on into the late 50s, and of course 1956, the last time two New York teams squared off. And
it's amazing how much stuff they put together in such short time for this series.
They've been waiting for this for a long time.
Big time.
When you see something like this and you recall names like that, I mean, Ruth and Gehrig, they played in New York World Series, and now you're part of that history.
Well, what's awesome is in spring training, even being in spring training, you get to come down, and these guys, obviously not Ruth and them, but you see Yogi and Whitey and Don Larson, all these guys, and Guidry and Goose Gossage. So for me and the other guys, it's a pleasure. We get to sit down and talk baseball to them at a time in spring training where everything's a little more relaxed, and you're getting working yourself back into shape. And all these great ones that have wore these pinstripes come walking back in through spring training, or obviously we've seen a few during this series too.
You talk about living legends. I mean, that's really one of the perks of being a Yankee, is you get to meet and spend time with and learn from all of the legends, and that's what that history pin set is all about. This one is about history in the making. 009976. Quick reminder, that history one, $99. It's available on 2 flex pays. But for $27, you get this 5-piece pin set, a Yankees AL Championship pin, a Mets NL Championship pin, a Subway Series pin in the middle, and then down low, you get a World Series logo pin and a Yankees and Mets World Series pin. That's what makes this exclusive. Both of these are exclusive to HSN. 009976. You won't find these anywhere else. This 5-piece pin is only $27. And being at the game last night, we talked about how many fans were wearing the hats. Well, one thing that the fans like to do is buy pin sets like this and actually put the pins on their hat to show it off, make it a little more special. Of course, it comes with that nameplate underneath, Mets versus Yankees, the Subway Series. 1-800-284-3100 for either of these pin sets. Just ask the representative. It's item 009976. What have you experienced about pin sets and collectibles? Because you do a lot of autographs, a lot of signings.
I'll tell you right now, as soon as you're saying it, I've got one over here, his eyes light up. My 12-year-old Corey and his mother, they collect this stuff, and they've got jackets and towels full of them and hats that they put them on at home. And they collect this stuff. It's incredible. And there's some ones that we don't have,
Corey, you want to get your hands on one of these? All right, then. Well, one of these will be reserved for Corey. We'll give them to all 4 of the Clemens kids then. So that's 4 down. This is exclusive. You won't see this anywhere else except on HSN and HSN Sports. It's 009976. And like Roger was just saying, you can have so many applications for these pin sets. The history pin set you're going to want to keep as is. It comes in a mahogany frame, matted, mounted, and framed. It's all taken care of for you. A real classy way to commemorate the Subway Series and the history that is baseball. I mean, when you talk about the Subway Series, you're really talking about baseball history.
Yeah, this is something special once it's all said and done. And like I said, we're up by 2 right now, but by no means is this over. We know that we've got our hands full going into Shea Stadium. It's going to be loud on their side, and we expect that. Then we got El Duque on the mound for Game 3, so he'll come around, and he keeps us close. We'll make it interesting again, I hope.
You turn in from the best pitcher on the mound to the best cheerleader in the dugout when you're on your off days, right?
Yeah, big time. And just watch him real close, and it's fun watching him, how he goes about his work also. There's been a lot said and written about myself and Andy Pettit and our workout scheme, and it's great. I mean, it's great to have somebody come along with you and jump in there when you're working out, so it doesn't get real old and tiresome sometimes when you're doing it by yourself. Duque's got his own little regimen, and it's fun to watch him work too.
All right, Roger Clemens, it's been a real pleasure.
Thanks for having
Good
me.
luck.
I enjoyed
Thanks
that.
for coming down on your off day. We'll be watching you
I
at Shea
appreciate it.
Stadium.
Thank you.
All right, that's Roger Clemens. It doesn't get any better than that on HSN. A lock for the Hall of Fame and looking to win his second consecutive World Series title with the New York Yankees. Couple items you might have missed at the top of the hour. 376-228, the official Subway Series World Series commemorative baseball. We've had a couple of phone calls that we've talked to, a couple of people we've talked to. They said they think this baseball is going to get, move up in value. It's going to increase in value. That's something to consider. Autographed World Series baseballs as well. Your choice: Roger Clemens, Al Leiter, David Justice, Paul O'Neill, $149.95, or we made it easy for you with 3 flex pays at 009-412. Also available, very popular, either or hey, how about both? Over 1,000 hats sold already in this hour. $18. The Yankees and the Mets, the Subway Series hats. The left one is by Puma, the right one by New Era. Both very popular. 009-409. And don't forget about those great Subway Series t-shirt. Over 1,100 gone. 009-503. It's the Subway Series t-shirts. We have 2 Who Let the Dogs Out shirts in Mets colors and in Yankees colors. We also have the manhole cover t-shirt and the Hop in the Tracks t-shirt. 4 great t-shirts, all $14.75. Well, you can take the 4 train or you can take the 7 train. Obviously, the Subway is going to Shea Stadium now for games 3 and 4, and possibly game 5. You never know what's going to happen in the Subway Series. We go from the star pitcher from the New York Yankees to the star pitcher for the New York Mets, Al Leiter. Better late than never, my friend. How are you?
Great.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Traffic's heck around here.
Hey, that's what New York's all about, isn't it? If it's not about the Subway Series, it's about traffic. It's great to have you on. Real quickly, we talked to Roger about you, and he had nothing but glowing things to say, of course. What about Roger Clemens? Give me a scouting report on Roger Clemens.
Let's see. We're going to talk about his 98-mile-an-hour fastball with a split finger that drops off a table at 90 miles an hour, which is about my fastball, and a slider that he could backdoor on lefties and drop it down away on righties. He's obviously exceptional and future Hall of Famer and great competitor.
It's as good as it gets.
One for me to look at and envy. He's a great pitcher.
Well, we talk about autographs and remembering some of the great players. More choices for great autograph baseballs. 009-417. El Duque, who's starting game 3. Robin Ventura, who plays the hot corner behind Al Leiter. And Andy Pettitte, who started game 1 against Al Leiter. 2 flex pays, $49.97. All major credit cards are accepted. And listen, if the World Series goes to 7 games, you're going to get these autographed baseballs before the World Series is over. 009-417. Now, some of you watching might not know this, but Al, you and I have something in common. We're both Jersey boys. I grew up in Bergen County. You're from Toms River. You grew up a Mets fan.
And you love the boss, and I'm not talking about the boss in the Bronx.
You got that right. I saw him in Tampa, Florida, front row seats. You can't beat that. I saw him with Paul Molitor, actually. We'll talk about that when the show's over.
All right.
But let's talk about how special it is for you to, growing up a Mets fan, growing up in New Jersey, in the tri-state area, how special is it for you to wear that Mets uniform now in the World Series?
Well, even beyond that, I signed out of high school from the Jersey Shore with the New York Yankees, and 3 years removed from when I graduated high school, I was playing with the likes of Mattingly and Ron Guidry and Dave Righetti and guys that 3 years earlier I was watching, on TV and thinking of it if I ever dreamt of being in the big leagues. And now that's pretty much a whole lifetime removed. That's 11 or 12 years ago, and been to a few other teams and a couple other World Series, and now truly playing for the team that I rooted for in the Mets. It's a thrill. I think of my career as a complete dream come true. I'd never envisioned doing as much as I did to this point.
And you talk about growing up as a kid. I mean, every kid who plays baseball for a living, every man who plays baseball still has some of that little kid in him. And the autographed baseballs, I don't know if you were much of an autograph collector when you were growing up, but autographed baseballs are one of those things that will never go out of style. Whenever you think about autographs, one of the first things you think about are autographs on baseballs. Going to the ballparks before the game starts, waiting for your favorite player to come and get that autograph. Did you ever go through that as a kid?
Or go to the local store and wait for Bob Boone or Elliot Maddox or Gary Matthews or Pete Rose, the Yeah, oh, absolutely. As a kid, I visited and tried to get as many autographs as I could. Unfortunately, it seemed that when you get to the stadium, I know as a player it's difficult to spend as much time as you can to get and sign autographs at the game, but certainly I was one of those collectors. Actually, my one brother, Mark, who played in the big leagues for 10 years, is still a very big collector.
And you never know what kind of value you're going to get when you get an autographed baseball. You never know when you're going to get that gem, that diamond in the rough, that one that you might never ever have a chance to get also. 009-417 autographed baseballs from current players in the Subway Series. El Duque, Robin Ventura, Andy Pettitte, all under $100, 2 flex pays of $49.97. It's funny, one of the things that Rocket was saying about you was that he learned a lot from watching you pitch. He'd heard rumors about how animated you are on the mound. It's fun to watch you pitch. You look like almost as much as anybody else that you're still having fun out there. Even when you get mad at yourself, you're still enjoying yourself out there.
I do. You know, there's a couple schools of thought. There's some teammates of mine that say that you should never let them see you sweat. And we're professionals, and you know, you go about your business very straight. And we're playing baseball. This is fun. And to get an opportunity to get on a major league mound, and certainly in a World Series, but even any other game, I'm an emotional guy, and I get excited when I think of burying a slider down in on Jeter and envisioning Robin Ventura fielding the ball and throwing it to Fonzie over to Zeal for a double play, and it happens. I'm excited. Or Timo Perez, who catches a great ball in right field off of Edgar Renteria, and then the 7th inning. I show a little emotion. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Sounds like that memory is fresh in your head, too. You don't forget too easily.
Sure.
Let's play Baseball Scout for a second. Talk to me about some of these guys that we have autographed baseballs of. Andy Pettitte, you squared off against him game 1. You guys basically went pitch for pitch, both throwing over 100 pitches in that game. He's a tough competitor in his own right.
Very much so, and I like the fact that he's actually zoning in, too. If you watch him now, he pulls his hat down a little lower, and he kind of gets in that tunnel vision, kind of the Dave Stewart tunnel vision. And certainly a great pitcher. I think he got ripped off the year that he didn't win the Cy Young. I forget which year it was. It might have been
a couple years ago, yeah.
96 or 97. Great pitcher.
What about, here we got
Duque.
Look at Ornette. That's an ALCS MVP right there. Virtually unbeatable in the postseason so far. What are the Mets going to have to do against El Duque tomorrow night?
And you could read his signature, O. Hernandez. I see that.
That is pretty cool. And it says the Duke underneath, right there.
And he put a little tilde over the A.
Phonetically correct.
Well, hey, he's a great pitcher, great story coming out of Cuba, and I hope he doesn't do as well as he's been doing in the postseason, because we need a win tomorrow.
And here we go. Here's a teammate, so you could gush about him. Robin Ventura. When I look at Ventura, even when he was with the White Sox, just looks like a pure baseball player. I mean, looks like he was born to play third base. And
a great guy, a great teammate, and also, too, what's nice about him, for me personally, I throw a lot of cutters and fastballs inside on the righties, and he's got about a 6 or 7 time Gold Glove, 6, 7, 8. I might have shortchanged him on the Gold Gloves, and he's been a big asset for me and helped me out a tremendous amount the last couple years since he's been here.
And obviously another veteran presence on the team. You're one of only 4 guys that's pitched or played in a World Series. You know, there's only a couple other people. Ventura's never gotten to a World Series either. It's good to have those veterans around to kind of talk you through the tough times.
Well, I also absolutely, and I also think what's gone on with us, perhaps, you know, there's some talk that the reason why we've made a couple mental errors is the fact that we haven't been in the World Series. And look, the Yankees are a great team. Maybe they had a little chink in their armor this year, but they know how to win. They know how to win championship baseball. Every World Series they've been in as a group, they've won. This will be the 4th time in 5 years, hopefully not, but we knew we had our hands cut, you know, tough to do. So I think it's important for us to know that what we have to do to go out and play good baseball to win.
Let's talk a little baseball 101, if you will. I have one of these World Series baseballs right here that I'm holding. You talked about that cutter, you talk about a splitter. Show us how you throw that cut fastball.
What do I got? Do I got oil on my face? I should have. They were talking about that makeup thing on.
That's an old TV trick.
Yeah, cut a 4-seam fastball. You folks want to teach your kids how to throw. Teach them this 4-seam. If you watch here, see the 4 seams here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, across the 4-seam is your truest, straightest, fastest pitch.
So you're going the opposite way of the way the stitches go.
That's right. The ball will come out. I'm trying to see where I'm at. The ball will come out, and it'll rotate to you this way, 4 seams. Straightest, fastest. Your shortstop, your catcher, and your outfielder should throw the ball this way. I've come up with a pitch after Dave Righetti and Ron Guidry have taught me. A slider, you go across the 2 seams and just turn the ball off center and reach up a little bit. Now, when the ball comes out of my hand, I'd basically try to push on the middle finger, pressure on the middle finger. Let me go a little higher for you, and turn into the ball. And the ball basically, it'll cut quickly in on the righty. And that's been basically my bread and butter pitch the last few years.
I got to tell you what's so cool about this is the actual World Series baseball. I don't know if you pay much attention to the actual ball when you're pitching, but this is the exact ball that you were holding when you were pitching in Game 1 at Yankee Stadium.
It is the exact ball, except in this day and every Major League game, they take some mud and they rub it up a little bit and get it to look a little bit more brown. But yeah, this is it. I like what they've done with the balls.
All right, we're talking with Al Leiter, 009-444. We got a couple of more autographed baseballs. Here's a couple of the young guys that we talked about, the veteran presence. You also need those young guys in there playing for you. Jay Payton and Benny Agbayani last night. Payton with that 3-run home run to bring you one run closer. You almost pulled it out. What about both of those guys?
I'll tell you, I'm very impressed with the fact that over this year, that Benny was up last year too, but for young players to mature as quickly as they are, and also too, in particular with Jay Payton, here's a guy through the Met organization has been the #1 prospect for the last 4 or 5 years.
A lot of expectations on him.
A lot of expectations, and 2 or 3 surgeries, and easily could have given up. And I hope he gets the Rookie of the Year. I think there's a real good shot. There's some people out of Atlanta probably differ on that, but I'm hoping Jay gets it. 2 very good players, and they're going to be very good.
Yeah, and Bobby Valentine, I read in the paper, called him one of the 5 best defensive center fielders in baseball, and no one loves a great defensive center fielder more than a pitcher.
No doubt about it. To be able to run down the ball the way they do, and I'm kind of envious of the Atlanta staff with what Andrew Jones does, and Brian Jordan and right, and they always have a deer and left. That saves an awful lot of runs for a pitching staff, and certainly Jay Payton does that.
And then you go from defense to offense. Agbayani, for a kid who came out of Hawaii, who no one knew about until last year, seems like he doesn't feel any pressure at all. Always coming up with the big hits. He had another one in the NLCS for you.
He likes to refer to himself as the lone survivor. I'm not quite sure. I think it's a spin off the show, but he's a very good hitter. He doesn't get as much credit for what he's able to do. I don't know if you were paying attention last night, anybody watching that World Series game, but he started off a rally by going to right field on a very difficult pitch off of Rivera, and it's smart hitting, and he's a solid player. He's kind of paid his dues. I don't know how many years he spent in the minor leagues, but he's going to be a big leaguer for a long time, and he's definitely bona fide.
For all the Mets fans watching out there, what's the mindset now in the clubhouse going into your home? 2 games down, obviously not where you'd want to be, but at least you know you're playing at Shea.
Absolutely. Look, I think what we have really good that's fresh in our minds is the fact that we were down 0-3 last year against the Braves. Looked like we were for sure going to be 4 and out, and we made a series of it. We actually were 1 out away from going to Game 7 in Atlanta, and I don't think that too many of those Brave players wanted to go to Game 7. So are we in good position? Absolutely not. Are we giving up? No way. And I think that we still feel like if we go out and play good baseball, we're going to make a series of it.
What's it like for you, a Jersey boy like me? What's it like for you to be in history? You know history is going on around you. You're actually a part of it. What's it like to be a part of this Subway Series? It's really bigger than life.
I think it's very special. For me, I've been a part of 3 other World Series back-to-back in Toronto, 97 with the Marlins when we beat the Indians. And for me to, as you already have talked and we've talked about, the fact that I'm playing for the team that I rooted for as a kid, and here understanding the divided lines between Yankee fans and Met fans, it's distinct and it's fun. It's not you know, a danger situation.
Right.
But anything else like it in life, you experience or enjoy it after the fact. And I think what I'm going through right now, I'm already thinking about hopefully that there's a Game 5 and I have to pitch again. So I'm not going to be able to enjoy really what has taken place as far as historically until this is all over with.
Save all the videotapes.
I will.
Item 009457 is another great way to remember the Subway Series and some of the key players in that Subway Series. Your teammate, part of the battery right there, Mike Piazza. These are 24-karat gold signature cards with the stand. It comes with that plastic stand that you see. And behind these cards are stat cards. The 2 Yankee cards are Clemens and Jeter, and the 1 Met card is Mike Piazza. Less than $25 for this, $24.95. These are going to be very popular. This is kind of a new, updated spin on collecting baseball cards, which I'm sure you did as well as a kid.
I like your cameraman. He's got to believe. Sure. We do believe. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll tell you, I collect cards. I collected cards, and I'm still amazed when I see these cards that come out, and I save them take some special players, put them aside.
Right.
And it's amazing the work really that goes into some of these. I haven't seen this one yet, but they're beautiful. They're a great collector's item. If you're into that, I certainly.
It comes in a screw down holder like you see. Look at that 24 karat gold embossed signature right there. That's just like Roger Clemens' signature, gold embossed. It says gold stars. That's what they are. And then you flip it around. What's cool about this is you get a bio and stat card right here. All the vitals, talks about Roger Clemens, talks about his career. Look at that. Terrific looking card. It's going to stay in the pristine condition that it comes in because it comes with this display stand and the acrylic screw down case. They're only $24.95.
And there's only one of them, right?
Yeah, right. Got to call now. Then we have Derek Jeter. This happens to be the only Derek Jeter collectible that is available on HSN. 009-457, $24.95. Let's take some time now to recap all of the great Subway Series collectibles that we brought you in this last hour. Very popular, 376-228. It's the official Subway Series commemorative baseball, $24.95. The autograph balls by Leiter, Clemens, David Justice, and Paul O'Neill, $149.95, or you could get it on 3 flex pays. The Subway Series hats, very popular, over 1,000 gone, 009-409. Even you get the Puma hat or the New Era hat. What we didn't get time for, but very popular, 009-993, the ball and glove set or the 3-piece ball display case. Those are available as well by calling in. The coins, you get your token coin for $29.85 or the Platinum Official World Series coin for $34.50, 009-352. The 4 different Subway Series t-shirts, over 1,600 gone in this hour, 009-503. Each of these t-shirts just $14.75. The Subway Series pin sets, history on a pin set. You talked about it before with Roger Clemens. You can get either of these, the 5-piece for $27 or the commemorative one for $99. More autograph baseballs. El Duque, Robin Ventura, Andy Pettit, $99.95 at 009-417. And then 009-444, Jay Payton and Bennett Yagbayani autographed World Series baseballs. Only happens once in a lifetime. $79.95. We're going to ask Al and Roger to stick around because in just a few minutes, the very best in NFL apparel and collectibles on our weekly NFL shop on HSN, getting you right up to game time. The Dolphins and the Jets in an AFC East rivalry. Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
They had a good
Jersey
time.
boy.
Al Leiter, thanks a lot. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Hopefully we'll see you on the mound again.
Do you really mean that?
I do mean that.
Yankee fan, man.
I'm a Yankees fan, but I like you too, so that's good. You're a former Yankee too. We're out of here. So long, everybody. Thanks.